Wellbeing camps in Ernakulam, Kochi, Kerala, and for 3.5 days every month to an average of 250 patients. In fact, the large majority of very happy-looking crowd here are our patients of the Wellbeing camp receiving Tibetan medicine. Many of them have come from different parts of Kerala and neighboring states to the Wellbeing camp at Kochi. Kerala, that state popularly known as God's own country, with rich heritage and tradition, is also a home to India's oldest traditional medical system known as Ayurveda. Considering this fact, we were initially a bit doubtful over the response of the Kerala patients to the service of traditional Tibetan medical system known as Savarikpa. But today, Your Holiness, I stand here to mention with all my humility that significant portion of the people of Kerala has taken the service of Tibetan medicine very seriously, and the people from all walks of life here, including the medical doctors to the village laborers, have accepted its healing value very close to their chest. The most encouraging point is that our growing service and people's admiration for the Tibetan medicine was achieved mainly through patient-to-patient and people-to-people contact only. It is neither through any means of expensive advertisement nor through any sympathetic or systematic media coverage. It is no doubt that the Friends of Tibet, with all its small team of small dedicated members, has played the pivotal role in bringing the service of Tibetan medicine here in Kerala. They have been very kind and highly motivated in organizing the whole thing, right from receiving our medical team at the train station with our back-breaking heavy luggage of medicines and medicinal products, to the arrangement of food, accommodation, registration, booking the appointment, receiving and placing the patients before their doctors, providing translation and lending their helping hands wherever necessary, and at times taking the burden of listening and clarifying the patient's doubt over the medication and its healing conditions. And all this above their cherished goal of introducing the tradition and culture of Tibet, showcasing the just cause of Tibet and Tibetan people and the right to total freedom by displaying all the available space, the historical facts and figures, distributing soul-searching documents and pamphlets on Tibetan issue. The whole exercise was carried out by a few of its dedicated members from morning 7:30 a.m. to evening 8 p.m. for over 3.5 days on monthly basis. Fortunately, we have now several old and new volunteers from our growing number of patients and well-wishers, all working wholeheartedly for the greater cause of suffering patients and disease alleviation. This is why the camp is very aptly being called as Wellbeing Camp in the context of its much larger issue than merely giving and taking medicine. True to the Tibetan medicine's description of disease probability of Yul, Du, Seju, Kumbha, which are respectively known as place, season, food, lifestyle, and habits, this part of Kerala, being one of the tropical South Indian hotland area with hot weather prevailing in most of the season, save for its abundant rainfall, food predominantly very spicy, oily, and non-vegetarian food items, with large section of the people habituated to alcoholic drinks, makes it a suitable candidate for the diseases like diabetes mellitus, hypertension, high cholesterol, heart disease, all covering up to almost 60% of our patient attendance, followed by arthritis, lungs and respiratory diseases, gastrointestinal disease, liver, and so on. Besides, many chronic debilitating diseases of nervous system and cancer cases have been reported at our Wellbeing camp. To be precise, though we do not claim to have cured all the diseases mentioned above, we have been able to make a remarkable improvement in their quality health conditions in the majority of the cases. Consequently, it is quite encouraging to note that many patients of above mentioned chronic diseases now depend only on Tibetan medicine, but many still continue to take the warning drugs in complementary with Tibetan medicine. Our anti-diabetic tea, Tultang and sonic massage oil are among the least of herbal products which has the highest demand and best ratings from our patients. More so, several of the patients who were totally bedridden earlier with total immobility and in a state of moderate conditions, some from birth and some from serious accidental conditions and brain strokes, were now able to enjoy significant changes in their health conditions, thus gaining some new meaning in their otherwise vegetative state of life. We could certainly do much more to help such debilitating patients with our physical therapies too, but because of the limitations of infrastructural facilities and shortage of medical staff and time factor, we have not been able to practice them to the desired level. Though compared to Bangalore and Chennai, we do not have many number of cancer patients in Kerala, but so far we have treated over 55 patients, out of which breast cancer tops the list, followed by lung cancer, colorectal cancer, stomach and liver cancer, oral cancer, cervical and endometrial cancer. To our encouragement, large majority of the cancer patients who have availed the service of Wellbeing camp, their children and their family members have reported very positive effects of Tibetan medicines, and in fact many of them have been doing really very well with our medications. With the Wellbeing camp becoming more successful, we also have serious requests from several neighboring towns to establish similar health camps in their respective town, but because of the shortage of doctors and staff members, it is proving very tedious for the present team members to visit other places. Besides the Wellbeing camp, Friends of Tibet have also arranged some evening talks on Tibetan medicines and its practical values to day-to-day lives. Last year, in September, we have marked the first anniversary of Wellbeing camp with a visit of mobile exhibition team from Men-Tsee-Khang to highlight the 50th anniversary of Tibetan Medical and Astrological Institution. We also had some fruitful dialogue between our doctors from Men-Tsee-Khang, Bangalore, and doctors from the Nagarjuna Ayurvedic Institute located at Khaladi, birthplace of Adi Shankara. We also look forward to have much more healthy dialogue and interactions. At the conclusion, my short report will not be complete, one, if I fail to mention the healing and holistic environment of Ashir Bhavan and its director, Reverend Father Joseph Thanikutu, for giving us the wonderful space for conducting the medical camp. Their kind understanding and open-hearted attitude has greatly contributed to the flow of positive energy during the healing service of Wellbeing camp. Thank you, Your Holiness. Thank you, everybody.